What's going on, everybody? Dylan Napoleone with Combat Headquarters. Today, I am at Henzo Gracie's here in Milford, Connecticut, joined by the man himself, Kubi, who won the Blue Belt Absolute bracket at the last Combat Headquarters event. Now he's promoted to a Purple Belt, hence the reason he'll be competing in the Purple Belt Absolute bracket this coming February on the 7th. Kubi, another tournament, bro. How you feeling? Good to be here. Good to see you, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to compete for them again. The last one was pretty exciting. I'm purple belt now, and I've seen a few names that may or may not be in the bracket, and it looks like it's going to be pretty fun, to be honest. There's some skilled guys in there, and that's what I want. Is I want to be able to get out there and roll with skilled people that are training just as hard as I am. And just make it fun, honestly, man. Make it fun, make it scrappy, trying to bring some more eyes to the sport locally. So that's it.
Well, first and foremost, congratulations on your recent promotion, bro. Like we said, you won that Blue Belt tournament. Now you probably would have been competing in maybe another Blue Belt tournament, but you promoted to a Purple Belt in the last month or so. Congratulations on that, man. Another rank achieved, if you will. How exciting is that for you, man?
It's cool, I guess. I'm kind of excited about it because a lot of people were saying that like I was sandbagging as a blue belt, even though I've been training for like 2.5 years now. So it's good. Besides that, it's the same. Just training, trying to get better, trying to keep competing, and just really trying to stay healthy. Trying to stay healthy, man, and injury free. So.
Recently, I'd like to say it's safe to say you've been pretty active, man. You're coming off a nice win at Reality just a few weeks ago and stuff like that. So it's been an active tail end of 2025, and now you're picking up 2026 pretty quick too. What can you tell me about the momentum that you have as a jiu-jitsu fighter right now, and some of the wins you're coming off?
It's been good. Like I said, I'm trying to just stay healthy and be able to stay in the training room because I was dealing with some injuries last year, and I honestly think that I'm at very, very early stages in my career, and this is just like starting to chip away at the surface. So if I can stay active, stay competing, and try to get into some more competitive circuits, I think I'd be a little happier with that.
I hear you, man. How do you gain the momentum that you need? What are you looking to do February 7th, this bracket, and what are you hoping to achieve that maybe will lead into other opportunities, bigger tournaments, and stuff like that?
Like I said, I'm just trying to make it fun, keep it fun, make it scrappy. I want to go in there the goal is to not lose a singular position to anybody, right? The goal is to win throughout. That's always the goal. So and in a fun fashion as well, in style, because the crowd. I think the crowd enjoying the show is just as important. So.
You're a crowd favorite. We saw that back in January or earlier January at Reality. I wanted to ask you this too, man. You're no stranger to the Combat Headquarters. You've been there before. You took home a championship at the last one. What was your experience like there? What was it like competing in a cage for them? I know a cage is nothing new to you. You've done it plenty of times now, but just your overall experience at Combat Headquarters.
It was cool. It was a little intimate, for sure, because it's a smaller venue. But it was sick. It was dope. They had a good setup going. Great organization, very well organized. And I had fun. I'm looking forward to this one. Like I said, it looks like it's going to be a fun, competitive little bracket. And I love that it's local guys. I would love to keep things like this going where we're kind of like scrapping it locally with each other and like let's find out who's the best. So.
Is there anyone that you're maybe hoping to see in that bracket? Anyone that you're really excited to compete against? Obviously, no bad blood, but maybe some
for sure.
good competition.
For sure. My guy's trying to get me riled up. One name I saw in there that I believe is competing is Graham Ledger. Him and I have competed twice. Actually, that's right. We competed at the quintet that CHQ did. Yeah, and he tapped me once at Ascension, heel hooked me, popped my shit. Fuck you for that, Graham. And then I was able to get some revenge at the quintet, which we ended up losing. But I'm excited that he's in there because I know that guy trains hard and takes it seriously just as much as I do. So that'll be a fun scrap.
What if this match happens in the very first round of this tournament? You think this might be one of the best matches that could happen?
I think it'll be fun. Um, that's all I'll say. Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Absolutely. Talk to me a little bit more about competing against some of this homegrown talent. What are you seeing in terms of, I know that you and Renzo Gracie are one of the biggest powerhouses locally, and I have a lot of respect for that. But what are you seeing in terms of just the local jiu-jitsu scene around here in Connecticut? Because we're seeing some great fighters on this card, and Combat Headquarters seems to be giving more and more opportunities to jiu-jitsu combatants and stuff like that. So what are you seeing in terms of opportunities and maybe just something positive for the sport locally?
That's a pretty good question. I think, like I said, I think it's great, like you just said, that it's homegrown talent competing against each other, and they can use it as a way to also promote themselves, promote each other. And ultimately, what I would like to see is, specifically with jiu-jitsu, is just people coming together more, honestly. Like when it comes to competition, let's keep it scrappy, let's keep it violent, right? But outside of that, I think we should be coming together as athletes and coaches and people in the space to better, really, like really, truly better the sport, really better the sport locally, and maybe on a grander scale, but especially locally. Like, and what I mean by that is getting Connecticut's name out there into the jiu-jitsu scene and letting these guys know, like, hey, we're making some noise over here too, you know. So.
Well said, bro. Well said. In terms of you leveling up yourself and becoming a purple belt now, obviously last time at Combat Headquarters, you put forth a great performance after performance and you took home the championship. But now you're a purple belt. So what kind of different, I guess, level up, or not level ups, but what kind of different changes to your game improvements maybe do you think the people can expect to see from your last time at Combat Headquarters?
Question. That's a good question. And it's kind of hard to answer for me because I've been training such a short amount of time still. But every time I look back 3 to 6 months, I feel like I'm 100 times better, if I'm being honest. So I feel like I'm getting sharper. My game's definitely getting sharper. Every day I'm starting to understand a little bit more and a little bit more. My game, I feel, is very control-based. So I think that it's getting a lot sharper in that aspect. But
I think what you've been able to do in such a short amount of time is very, very impressive. I know there's nothing more to it than your hard work, your dedication, and putting yourself in the position around the right people to get better and stuff like that. What are, obviously it's a very cliche question, but what are some of the keys to success, some of the secret, I'm not looking for secrets, but just some of the, how are you able to do what you've done in such a short amount of time, bro? It's very impressive.
train hard and take it seriously and do the right things outside of the gym. Obviously, you have to do the right things outside of the gym. I mean, it most definitely hasn't been easy, especially in the beginning. Like, I have made sacrifices, but thank God I did, because the sport has definitely paid me back and continues to pay me back. So, train hard, be disciplined, as cliche as it sounds, like you just said, but that's all it is. You have to work hard. And honestly, I think I can work harder. I always think I can work harder. So that's it. Don't leave anything on the table.
Fair enough, fair enough. Kubi, one of the most respectable things about you, in my opinion, bro, is how much you're able to give back and do for the youth. It's one of the major parts of your life. They're all over your social media. You training them, making them better. I saw the little dudes last night with the judo throws and stuff like that. So how important is it to you to be able to be a positive influence and give back to these young kids who aspire to be like you, bro?
That's honestly everything, man. That's like the best part of it. I do that 6 days a week. I'm the head kids coach here. We have a great kids program. I have a lot of kids here. I've been able to cultivate like a very healthy and disciplined room that is just bringing these kids together. We're trying to make them better people. We're trying to teach them some practical things in the training room, make them tough. And really, it's just a nice little safe space, you know, for the kids. But for me, that's everything. I love my students. I have a lot of students here, and I have an individual relationship, I would say, with each and every single one of them. So That's a great part of it, is being able to lead the youth, bring them up. You know, if one day they want to compete in jiu-jitsu, then that's great. That's cool too. We're here for that.
I love it, bro, because I actually enjoy seeing it. A lot of kids need something good to grow up with, and they need positive people in their lives. Otherwise, it's a crazy world out there, bro. There's so many different opportunities and distractions for the kids. You know what I mean? So good on you, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
bro. Absolutely. Winding down to the nitty gritty here. Kubi, you train so much. I see at least once a week you're on a train headed out to New York City to get some training in out there. Briefly, what's the training regimen been like for you? What's the preparation been like for February 7th and so on?
I probably need to start to change up my training a little bit, which will happen. But my training regimen is pretty cut and dry. I try to hit the weights 3-4 times a week. I'm training jiu-jitsu twice a day. Usually I'll do a gi session and a no gi session. That's something I feel like a lot of people don't know about me, is that I train in the gi every day as well as no gi and cardio. I focus heavily on cardio and good sleep. Good sleep.
Can I ask the reason behind the gi training? I've talked to so many different guys throughout the years. That's a great point. Like some of the guys who compete normally without a gi say that it's not the best thing, or it's not very practical. It's not, they don't need it, if you will. But like obviously to each their own, and it's a very important thing to you. What's your reasoning behind it? Is it just pure love for the game?
Because why not? It's still training. It's still jiu-jitsu, and it's fun. I like to try to choke my friends with their own clothing, so why not?
I guess to be fair, most guys who have told me that are MMA fighters. Actually, for an MMA fighter, maybe it makes less sense. But if jiu-jitsu is your lifestyle, then I can actually 100% get behind it. To be honest, because those MMA fighters, when they're doing jiu-jitsu in the cage, they don't have a gi, so I can understand. But like for you, you can easily jump in a gi tournament whenever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I have. I've competed in the gi. It's fun, and I probably will again in the future. But no gi's great too.
Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. Last but not least, man, what can the fans expect from you on February 7th at Combat Headquarters? I know you're expecting to go out there, put on a show.
Same as always. I'm coming to win, of course. I'm really looking to make a statement at this one. I want to showcase what jiu-jitsu is and like the essence of jiu-jitsu, which to me, in my opinion, is cut and dry. Take your opponent down, control them, which ultimately leads to submission, right? Submission through control. So that's what I would like to do, is display flawless jiu-jitsu, flawless control, and just make it look like they never even had a chance.
I can't wait to see it. Everybody tune in February 7th, Hartford, Connecticut. Kubi's in that purple belt tournament. There's so many other fights that night. Whatever you're looking for, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. Seems like they're going to have it all, and I'm looking forward to it. This bracket, like you said, Kubi, stacked.